He's not a brawler. He's just a good, solid wrestler with a great mentality and work rate and work ethic. And he has a lineage that's second to none.
Arn Anderson, welcome back to the Apter chat. It's been a long time.
I don't know if I've ever been on the Apter chat.
I think you were back in my cassette days.
It was the Arn Anderson show. You just didn't know it.
I didn't know that. You know, you're absolutely right. Do you remember what we talked about?
No.
We talked about that.
Bill.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I ate this morning.
Actually, you had nothing this morning. What are you planning to have for lunch?
That explains it.
What are you planning to have for lunch?
I don't know. I hadn't thought about it. You got any suggestions?
The chicken parm in the restaurant across the street is really good.
What's the name of the restaurant?
I don't know. It's just right across the street.
Well, see, Bill.
Oh, wait, what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
You've always been the information source.
I've tried to be.
If I can't get an answer from you, there's not an answer.
So there's no answer to this whatsoever. So Arn Anderson, I'm so glad to see you. We've known each other since you started your career. I did probably the first photo set on you back when you were under a different name.
We much appreciated you. I know I did, Bill, because you know what? I could always get the truth out of you, which in our industry is a little difficult sometimes.
Well, you know what it is? During this industry, it's tell the truth, even if you have to lie about it.
Okay, now you tripped me up again. But anyway, most people take your word as law.
Thank you.
Because you are an honest guy. Now, I don't live with you, you know, but...
we can call my wife. She'll
the missus may have a different story, but...
She does, trust me.
I find you to be relatively honest.
Well, I try to be. So talking about honesty in the wrestling business, you know, people always go back to the days of this.
Isn't that something? It's amazing.
Yeah, that... And I don't know if anything today will have the memory to the fans as that did back today, because it's still resonating.
You know why? Because we built a match around one big thing usually that would occur during the match.
Right.
Today's mentality is do a bunch of just spectacular, which it is, athletically unbelievable things and string them all together. The problem with that is, to the naked eye, I just saw 6 unbelievable things, but I don't remember what was third, second, fourth, because it's just too much.
Yeah.
In the old days, we had to make everything mean something, because you had to do that every single day, sometimes 365 days a year, like 86. You were there for it.
I was there. I was in the middle of it.
Yeah. No days off.
Yeah, that was a great time. One of my my favorite time in my career was during those terrific days.
It should be everybody's. It was mine. The 85 to 89 were the golden years of this industry. Nothing will ever top that.
Who do you see today that resonates to you that guy is, or these people are indeed superstars? You still watch regularly?
I don't watch very much, to be honest with you. I went through that 19-year period with WWE, and I was an agent, and I was in charge of some pretty high-profile characters, Cena's and Randy Orton and Dave Bautista, and you know, I had a lot of guys' responsibility put in my lap, and I just got burnt out on no matter what they do or I tell them or advise them, if they screw up, it's on me.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
It's a hard way to live your life.
Yeah, but it's very interesting. You're right.
So
who used to say, Jimmy Garvin, it's not my fault?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, how do you not respect Roman Reigns and what he's done? You know, AJ Styles, I think, is a player. Cody Rhodes is a player.
Let's stop there. So many of your feuds were instrumental with Dusty Rhodes. You've seen Cody grow up from a pup till today. What is it about Cody Rhodes that has struck such an amazing chord with the public?
He's not the biggest. He's not the quickest.
Okay.
He's not a brawler. He's just a good, solid wrestler with a great mentality and work rate and work ethic. And he has a lineage that's second to none. I don't care, you know, Dusty Rhodes, people come to talk to me all the time and they go, Arn, I think you're one of the most underrated guys of all time.
Yes,
well,
true.
Well, I don't think Dusty Rhodes gets enough credit for commandeering that Crockett crew from 85 to 88 or whatever it was, and to tell stories and utilize that incredible group of talent, the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express, Ronnie Garvin,
Road Warriors,
Four Horsemen,
yeah.
Road Warriors.
Oh.
I mean, the list of talent that we had was incredible, and he, you know, we went on a wild run for 3 years. It will never be topped.
Yeah, it was
but
amazing.
You know, AEW has a lot of incredible talent. FTR, great. A kid you should keep your eyes on is Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
He's not only a good human being and a good man, he's jacked and is a tremendous competitor.
What about if he's coming back? We're not sure yet. MJF, what were your feelings about him?
I think MJF is unlimited in what he can achieve in this business, as long as you got to take less chances in this business than a lot of these guys take, and I've seen him do things that were they spectacular? Yes. Were they athletic? Yes. Were they incredible? Yes. But did they particularly need it? And I'm using him as an example, but it's kind of across the board. You just don't beat your body up. You only got one.
Yep.
To the point that's, before you know it, you've had a brilliant 5-year career.
Yeah, and it's a shame to see some of the wrestlers in their 40s, you know, with a cane or a walker because they abused their bodies.
Well, you've seen me hobble in these halls, and I never came off the top rope, ever.
Oh, I know that. I know that about you.
And, you know, I just knew I couldn't do it effectively. I didn't drop kick. There's not one record of me doing a drop kick because I was unable to do them. You got to know your limitations and figure out what you do and just do it well.
I'm going to ask you a favor before we talk about your podcast. Let's go back in time. Let's Arn Anderson in his prime, and tonight you are going to be wrestling again in your prime, the world champion Samoa Joe. Would you look out in that camera? And he's watching.
You know, Joe, in the past, you had guys beat while they were sitting at their kitchen table the week before the match, just because you bluffed everybody you've ever been in the ring with. You had the match won before it ever happened, because you are a big, rugged guy, and you can say what you're going to do and back it up. But you definitely weren't the first bully on the block. First bully on the block was the enforcer, Arn Anderson. And I beat up everybody in every company I ever worked for. Did I beat them all? Nope. But I beat them all up. So the Samoa Joe fantasy that you bring to the ring with you, this will be a bad time in your life, Joe. And once I expose you, you'll be like everybody else, just another victim.
Phil Apter here with the enforcer, Arn Anderson. Don't cut it off. Your interviews, the reason I asked you to do that is everybody paid attention when you were on camera. You had a way about you, and you still do, that make people pay attention. It wasn't I'm going to beat you, it was just the way you said it. You instilled fear even in the people that were watching you on TV.
Because I believed it.
Yeah, and you believed
and
that.
You don't talk at people, Bill, you talk to them.
That's it.
And that's the difference.
So talk to them right now about your new podcast.
I do have a new podcast. It's Paul E. and myself, Paul E. Bromwell.
Not Paul E.
Not Paul E. Heyman, no.
Right.
And we are on YouTube, and it's a brand new venture for us. It's going to be twice a month. One will be, just like we've been doing, a summation of my career, week to week, month to month. The other will be a Q&A, and ask whatever you want, and I will try to answer as many questions as I can.
Sounds great. Double A Arn Anderson, the Enforcer, here with Bill Apter, and we'll see you at the matches.
You're one of the good guys, Bill.
So are you, and I'm not lying.
Me either.